Hey guys, what's going on? This is Demon Knight, and this is actually the first video I've ever recorded, so I apologize if it's weird or not as cool as it could be, but as you can see, first video, gonna do some Heroes of the Storm. I've only been playing it for a couple of days, and as you can see, I got a couple of cool heroes here. I think I'm gonna go with somebody I know what I'm doing with. I've been playing a lot of Sergeant Hammer lately, a lot of Tychus. Raynor is probably one of my favorites, so I think we're gonna do Raynor today.
Anytime you're ready.
Fortunately, I don't have any skins for him yet. The Master skin I think is kind of cool, but I think at some point I'm gonna pick up Stars and Stripes. Commander Raynor's okay, but yeah. So anyway, we're going with the stock Raynor. For a mount, I'm gonna use the Armored War Steed because why not? Heavy armor looks cool. So. One thing I've noticed about heroes, it takes a long time to find a match. Unless it's like, you know, peak hours, 5, 6 o'clock at night. I'm here on the East Coast. It can take, I think the longest I've ever had to wait was like 5 minutes. It was kind of insane. I was reading a book while I was doing it. But I guess just to fill in some time here, we're going to talk about, or I'm going to talk about what I'm going to go. I've never used Raynor's Raiders, the Banshees. I always call down the Hyperion. Oh look, we got the team. But yeah, I think the Hyperion is just way better. Alright, so who do we got? We have Malfurion, we have the new Jaina Proudmoore, Tyrande, and that was Zeratul. And it looks like we're playing Garden of Terror. I do not like this map. I think it's really weird. And when we get into it, we'll talk a little more about what it is. But yeah, so basically, there's a day-night cycle. And at night, you have these shamblers. These guys right here, if you can see my mouse, they appear, and you kill them, and they drop flower pods. So there's another map that's very similar to this. It is an undead one, where you have to go into like a mine shaft and kill a whole bunch of undead and collect skulls. Same thing here, except that here they just spawn on the regular map. And then when you get 100, you get control of the Garden Terror, which is basically this thing right here, and it's just this big hulking thing. You can see it in the background, and it's kind of crazy. It's like a combination of like 2 other maps. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like the map. I don't find it as fun as some of the other ones, but it's all good. We will have some fun, and I hope that my first video is entertaining to you guys. Sorry, I need to drink water, right? And here we go. First game, Heroes of the Storm. I hope it's a good one. I hope everybody enjoys. Thank you very much for watching.
Raiders
and,
roll.
Hopefully, if the videos are entertaining to people, I might make some more.
The battle begins shortly.
So okay, so first ability, Scouting Drone. Never gonna take it. I have taken Bribe in the past. It's really good if you're trying to get mercenaries quickly, and mercenaries are big. Not necessarily on this map, so I don't think it's worth it. Demolitionist. I've taken it before, and I think it's good, but with our team, I think I need to be doing more regular damage. Give me more of this top one. It increases his passive. He has a passive heal, so when he drops below 30% health, he heals himself. And increasing that heal amount by
all day long.
What is it, 50%? Yeah, 50%. It's actually pretty big. And we have a Nova. Yup. And that's there. So you know, I'm gonna get Give Me More because that just went bad. There's another one he has, Seasoned Marksman, where he can increase his damage, but I've taken it before. I just don't think it gives you enough. I think it doesn't actually do as much as you would think it would do, as far as damage increasing. Like most maps, I'll get like 10 stacks. So I increase my basic attacks by 10, and it's not...
You can count on me.
It's not as effective as you would think it is. I think it just takes too long to wind up and get anything out of it, but it's okay. It's cool. We went healing. That heals me for quite a bit. Pretty much it basically says when you get to 30% health, you more or less heal back to full health. Is more or less how that works out.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep. Here, bitch. Okay, cool, and I got my Zeratul now. That's cool. I'm not solo anymore down here. Yeah, so that's one of the problems. Arthas, that guy that I'm fighting right there. For those of you who don't know all these character names, I'm very sorry, but You do kind of have to know
Time to man up.
Blizzard game lore to
The
understand who your
Shamblers
champions are.
rise again.
Okay, so this is what I was
Free
talking about.
my
This is the night
seeds,
cycle. So now,
heroes.
these guys right here, they spawn, and when you kill them, they drop those little pods, and you have to collect 100 of them. You can see down here how many each side has. And when you get to 100, you can activate your terror. And then there's Alright, so that's this girl right here, Nova. She is a pain in my ass. I hate her guts. She is a super cheap champion. They really need to nerf the crap out of her. They did a little bit. They removed her ability of hers to automatically just like reset all of her stuff. But
Choose a talent.
yeah, shit, run. Actually, this is pretty good.
This should be
Come on.
good.
There we go. Got the kill on Nova.
Mercy.
And now he's dead too. That's awesome.
Double kill.
Double kill. Okay, so alright, I'm not gonna go for that because nobody else is here. I'm just gonna go back to lane. The problem with some of the people in this game is
Choose a
a lot of
talent.
people come from like League of Legends and stuff like. Oh, okay. So hold on a second. So periodically empower basic attacks. I'm not gonna do that. Vampiric Assault's more important to me. I gotta heal.
You can
But
count
yeah,
on
a
me.
lot of the problems with people in this game is a lot of people come from like League of Legends and Dota, and there's no objectives in that. I mean, there's buffs in like League of Legends and stuff, but that's really all there is.
Raiders
And
roll.
so those are, you can't ignore them, but they're not that big of a deal. Whereas the objectives in this will win or lose you the game by a really huge margin. So you can't just ignore them like a lot of people do.
It's
So,
all good.
like you see that Arthas was here, right? He was doing the smart thing. He was trying to grab
The
as many as he
dawn
could,
has
even though he
come,
died for it.
heroes, and with it,
Oh,
my
shit.
children
That's
must
Murden.
rest.
Oh god, I'm probably dead here. Go away, Murden.
Sounds
Nope,
like a
I
plan.
didn't. I live. Cool. A lot of people don't focus enough on the objectives, or like these So yeah, they just got a mercenary camp. They're a really big deal. You can't ignore them in these games. They can make or break your game.
All day long.
And the thing is that in this game, it's a lot more about teamwork than it is about individual skill. Like you can't. If you look up here, these are the respective levels. So their whole team is level 6, and my whole team is level 7, and now they're all level 7. It's not individual like the other
Whatever's
ones are,
clever.
so it's very much a team effort. And you get people that just don't work as a team. They obviously came from League of Legends or Dota, and they're used to carrying the team solo, and
Choose a talent.
it doesn't work that way. So okay, we have another talent I can pick.
This should be good.
Revolution Overdrive. When I use this ability, which speeds up my attack speed and damage, it also speeds up movement speed depending on how many champions it affects. Because this is like an aura I pop, and everybody else gets a benefit from it. I never choose that.
Time to
I don't think
man
it's
up.
worth the effort. So yeah, Fight or Flight makes me unstoppable. So when this Adrenaline Rush, my automatic heal goes off, it makes me immune to all slows and roots and all that kind of stuff, which is really good because that generally comes in like when I'm running away from people and stuff.
Right on.
But I don't think I'm gonna take it. I think I'm gonna take heavy ammo. My Q, my knockback ability, this.
Choose a
Heavy ammo
talent.
makes it increase damage, and it deals 100% extra damage to structures, so basically double damage against structures and stuff. And it knocks them back further.
Right on.
So that's what we're gonna go with. That's a really important ability to have. Pretty much always choose that. I've done Revolution Overdrive in the past, speed up. It's very situational. Like if my team is doing bad and I'm getting ganked a lot, it's helpful. Or I'm sorry, no, Revolution Overdrive. Revolution Overdrive is nice if we're getting into lots and lots of team fights, but most games I don't have that happen, especially on this one where it's really spread out a lot of the time. So this is the enemy tower. So in like League of Legends and Dota, it's like one tower, but here, as you can see, there's a tower, there's walls, there's a gate.
Choose a talent.
So it's much more
You
built
can
up
count on
and
me.
stuff. I'm gonna pop this ability, make everybody attack faster and do more damage. Oh, there's Murden. He's gonna come in and try and stop us because Yeah, I apologize if the
night comes, heroes.
game might be a little bit laggy.
Remember,
Just
kill the
recording it for the
shambles
first
and
time, and my
claim
system
their
is not
seeds.
the best system in the world.
Sounds like a plan.
Unfortunately. Come on, get him. Nope, I got stuck.
That one's pushing up daisies.
It's okay.
Choose
it's all
a
good.
talent.
Another talent to pick, and okay, this is my hero ability, and this is where we're gonna do the Hyperion. You will see that at some point, where I will actually call down the Hyperion, and it will be awesome.
good.
Shamblers rise, slay them,
So
and gather the
I'm gonna take this
seeds.
before I bother going to take the seeds, because getting this down is a really big deal.
Your dominance spreads.
It's a good amount of experience, and also it just
Finally,
makes it
you have
better
enough
because it's less
seeds.
defenses for them. So now
Can
our
you
lane will
feel
push
the
further than
terror
theirs.
growing?
And if you're not familiar with MOBAs, I apologize.
All day
Some of
long.
my terminology might be a little unusual to you, or might not know what it means. So there's that.
They shall feed my children. It is
Not
time
bad.
to harvest. Bring my
And
terror
I'm going to. There's
life.
Hyperion.
Kill.
Yes. So as you can see, it's the circle. The ship is just kind of like flying over me and shooting everything in the path. So it's
Choose a talent
really cool
lives.
ability.
Killing spree. Harvest
It
your
actually doesn't
enemy's
do as much
corpses.
damage as
Raiders roll.
the Banshees do, from what I've heard, but in addition to being much more awesome, because nuking the site from orbit is obviously the only way to be sure. But it has more
Your
utility. It can
enemy's
hit more than
terror
one thing. Like the
blooms.
Banshees kind of just follow you around and attack whenever you're attacking, I think, or whenever's right next to you. But yeah, like the other thing, the Hyperion, it will actually attack everything that's in its range. It just kind of picks random enemies, so it can be actually much more useful. Yeah, like I don't have to be. Oh shit! I almost got caught in that little circle by enemy witch shot. Giant killer. All right, so this one I always get the same one. It's always doing percent damage to enemy heroes. So I'm gonna go back. Yeah, so Art of War on using Inspire, my little speed buff, this one,
This
the
should be
W.
good.
It slows nearby enemies. I don't know why you would pick that. It's just...
Yes.
So this character,
Destroy their
Raynor,
forts.
he's a damage dealer. Like, that's his job. He doesn't need to be doing CC or
Your
power control or anything
terror,
like that.
my
Enemies. That's
child,
somebody else can do that
fallen.
crap. So yeah, Giant Killer's the best one. Every basic
Time to
attack is an
man
extra 1.5% of an enemy champion's maximum health. So you start shredding tanky champions really bad, and you take out non-tanks even quicker.
Much obliged.
So yeah, this is actually looks like it might be bad for us. And I'm going to pop the Hyperion. And he is going to do mad work for us. Oh no, I'm dead. I don't know why I walked back into that, but that was a major mental mistake on my part. So, but that's okay. That's the first time I've died. How many? Alright, so this is the tab screen. Gives you a lot more information than the tab screen does in the other games. So takedowns is kills and assists. It doesn't break down just kills. And I know people will complain about that sometimes, but I like it. Because the game is so team focused, it doesn't matter really who got the kill. There's no difference between a kill and an assist in this game, and I like that they did that. It definitely gives you much more of a team feeling. Like, you don't have one person like, well, you have 20 kills and 5 deaths, or I have 20 kills and 5 deaths, and you
that
only
just
have
happened.
0 kills and 20 assists and 5 deaths, and it's like, yeah, but really the
All
two things are
day
equally
long.
important. Kills, assists, doesn't matter. Then deaths obviously is bad. Siege damage is how much you did to enemy structures and minions, which just kind of shows who's doing more to push the lanes, more or less, is what that comes down to. And right here, I'm actually just going to be taking out this mercenary camp. So the way mercs work is you kill them. You don't really kill them, but yeah, you do enough damage to bring them to 0 health. You see this guy, he's kind of like
The
hovering there and
sun
hiding.
dawns.
And then you'll see
My
once this
children
one
must
goes
sleep.
down,
For now.
that little circle will appear. Yeah. So now they're fighting for us. And it's funny because it doesn't matter who kills them, it just matters who stands in that circle and activates them. So I've had it happen to me, and I've done it to others, where somebody has been sitting there killing the mercenaries, and then you go in and gank them, kill them, and take the mercenaries they just killed for you. It's actually a very, very legitimate tactic.
Choose a talent.
So
Sounds
apparently,
like a
yeah,
plan.
we're going to take quote-unquote their mercenary camp. They're knights. These knights are actually really tough. Actually, I got an ability I can use. Executioner deals 40% damage, 40% extra damage against slowed, rooted, or stunned targets. I'm not gonna go with that. Don't think it's necessarily that great. Cluster round. Penetrating round damage is increased by 10% for each additional target it hits, and the width is increased
all
by
good.
50%. That's actually pretty good. It means I can hit more bad
My
guys with
plants
it.
are fond of blood.
It's always good because that is a really sick ability. Bullseye. The first enemy hit by penetrating round is stunned for 1 second. It takes 50%.
Good.
So yeah, that
More
kind of
fertilizer.
determines if your
My
Q.
condolences.
Basically, you can either turn it into a
Your
shotgun
enemy's fort is
with
broken.
cluster round, dealing more damage the more
You
enemies
can
you
count
hit,
on me.
or you can turn it into a sniper
Choose
rifle.
a talent.
Bullseye, and you stun the first person you hit, and they take extra damage. And I actually, Nova is here. I just saw the little disorientation. So if you've ever played a StarCraft game and you had ghosts on your team, you know what I'm talking about, because
all
ghosts, they have an invisibility thing, but it's not really invisibility, because you can see this little bit of distortion. Yeah, there she is. You can see a little bit of distortion, like visible distortion, light distortion, where her shield, or where her she
it is
actually
clever.
is. Yeah, I know. They want me to come down, and I'm coming down. So, okay. I think I'm gonna go cluster on this game. I don't always do it. There's been definitely been times where I've gone the sniper or the bullseye to get the stuns out, but I think
Time to man up.
as a general rule,
Thanks
cluster
for the
round is
pick-me-up.
better. Being able to hit additional enemies with it because it's wider, and I'm gonna
Hit
put
'em
that
hard
down right
and
away.
fast.
Push you away. Yeah, I think cluster round is generally speaking a better ability. Hitting more enemies and dealing more damage to everybody
Double
is usually a better idea than,
Victorious.
hopefully I can kill Tyrande right here.
Night falls.
Oh,
in
I missed. I
30
suck.
seconds.
I'm horrible.
Are you ready for some
Oh, yeah, I'm dead, though.
amusement?
That's okay, I got her.
Double kill. Such weak flesh.
Wow,
Better
Nova.
to be rid of it.
Okay, so I think that might be
Killing spree.
the Nova nerf coming into play, because it used to be that she had a couple of abilities where she would come
Much
out of her
obliged.
cloak and just deal a heinous amount of damage
It
right
is
away,
time.
and it's pretty
Do
much one
what
shot.
must be
It's not really
done.
one shot. She would use like 4
Enemy
abilities
team
in the space of like 2
slaughtered.
seconds. She has an ability that
should be
increases
good.
all damage you take by 50%, and then she has her main yeah, I'm dead here. There's no way I can take out
Killing spree
too much to say.
over.
But yeah, she had an ability that could increase damage you took for 50% for like 3 seconds, and then she had her snipe ability, which is a lot like mine, my line shot, except hers does a lot more damage.
Yes, that is
And
enough.
then
Soon
late in the
the
game,
garden
she
terror
could
will
take
be yours.
rewind, which would reduce all of her cooldowns by 10 seconds. And all of her cooldowns on those two, the cooldowns on those two abilities are less than 10 seconds, so she would just hit you with both, rewind, and then hit you with both again, and it was
The
an auto kill
terror
for pretty much
awaits.
anybody.
Come,
Now that they
take
took
its
rewind away from her,
power.
so she can't do that, so I think that it's a good balance between making her too weak and making her one-shot everybody. But this game is actually going very, very well for us.
The terror cannot
As you
wait
can see,
long.
we have our
Control
terror
its
ready.
power.
Theirs is, they need a couple more. I mean, they're at 91, so they'll get it if they go for it. This one camp right here would give
that
them
just
9.
happened.
Your
Next is
terror
12.
lives. Go.
But yeah, I mean,
Harvest
we're
enemy
about to hit level
corpses.
20, and they're still not even level 18. So I mean,
Sounds like a plan.
having that much of a level difference is a huge deal. Even like 3 levels,
Choose a
especially this,
talent.
because 20 is when you get your ultimates, or well, your last talents, and so your talents. There's 2 that like are common. Everybody, there's like a
Raiders
pool of like
roll.
5, and everybody has at least 2 of the 5. Fury of the Storm just basically gives you a chain attack, so every time you make an auto attack, it will chain off to like 2 extra enemies for like 50% damage.
Destroyed.
And then Bolt of the Storm is just like it's like a flash, basically, if you play League of Legends.
You can count on me.
Neither of them is really all that great, but Yeah, I'm taking Battle Hyperion, which is just an upgrade to my Hyperion, and then I'm going to put Hyperion out for him. This is basically game right here. This is the game. They're triple kill from the T-Bow. And that is the game. That was the core we just took out. So, yeah. Thank you very much, everybody who watched this, everybody who's going to watch this. I hope everybody enjoys it. I hope my constant talking wasn't too much, but yeah, thank you very much, and I hope that I can make more videos and everybody's going to enjoy them too. Have a good day.